He's angry about mortgages. It's Angry Mortgage. He's swearing. He's cursing loud. He's old. He's opinionated. And he's been doing this so damn long. This program is about mortgages, and this is mortgage advice, but the advice may not apply to your situation. Contact licensed mortgage professionals for specific recommendations before you make decisions about mortgages. You may not agree with Ron, but if you don't, he thinks you're wrong. Oh, and did we say there is a lot of swearing?
What I tell people is always the same thing. What have we been telling everybody for 4 months? Take variable. Because now I got to talk about the variable rate, the HELOC rates, and I want everybody to understand this with clarity. The Bank of Canada will cut again on the 11th. They will absolutely, positively cut again. We had some payroll numbers in Canada come out on Thursday, and they were not fucking pretty. Okay. Not pretty payroll numbers. Like the payroll numbers means who's left the payroll. Like these aren't the official Canadian job numbers, but it's just a sort of a quick analysis of, if everybody gets their payroll from somebody, right?
Yeah.
Government, ADP does payroll for some people, Ceridian does. We've all got different payroll systems, right? So they do a survey of these payroll systems once a month, and they just ask a simple question. Is there more people leaving than coming on? And then they net it out, okay? Yeah. And we had lousy payroll numbers last week, okay? So
times are tough.
Times
are tough.
Well, I see, there's just like so many stuff that's also kind of kept quiet too, right? Like there was a large financial company across all their divisions. They're Canadian based, they're Toronto based, and they're pretty much sort of a household name, but they laid off like 350 people very quietly, didn't really hit the media at all. Okay. This is a company that's like essentially in the banking business, investments, mortgages, etc., and never hit the media. And then when I talk to people who are working at other lenders, because, I think, oh, well, these people got laid off. I wonder how easy it is for them to find a job. So that I talked to 4 other lenders and they all say, well, we're not hiring. We have a hiring freeze.
Yeah.
There's a hiring freeze. We
right
can't hire
before
anybody.
The holidays, very rare to get a new job, right?
But it's also an indication of the economic decline of Canada. There's nothing more telling about a country's economy than jobs.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. So we have these bad payroll numbers, and the Bank of Canada understands this perfectly. They understand stuff that we don't see until after it happens. And we also hit a dubious record 10 days ago of the highest household debt in the history of the country.
Holy shit.
So that's mortgages, car loans, credit cards, personal lines of credit, the whole thing. Personal lending for consumers.
Was it like this when you were my age?
Fuck no. Not even close. Like the whole world was.
There was not that many changes.
30 years ago.
There was not that many policies put into place.
Like all of that stuff. I mean, we never had any of that. But I'll talk a little bit more about that later. It's a good point, by the way. That is.
Because I don't know if I'm supposed to feel like this is normal.
Well, the stuff about joblessness is normal. Like we went through it. Like I'll tell you what, we had a terrible. If you go back to like 89, 90, 91, we had a terrible economy. That was people were getting laid off like crazy. Okay. It was bad. And there was that 10, 12 months after the world financial crisis in 2008.
Yeah.
Bad. That was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the layoffs, yes. But now, I hate it. And listen, everybody's kind of still scarred a bit by COVID. I don't mean scarred psychologically, but I mean scarred like, what the fuck? I mean, there's so much.
I think psychologically, mentally, emotionally, all of the above. COVID was, I don't know, like I went in young and then I came out, I feel like an old lady, I feel like it stole years from me.
You're still young.
But it stole years from me, and it's like, I feel like that changed me as a person now that I'm older. You know what I mean?
That's a reasonable point. Like that's actually a great phrase. Stole some time from me.
It did.
Because you couldn't do fucking nothing.
I did fucking nothing.
No, nothing.
I was
everybody could do nothing.
I was a completely different person when I first went into COVID than when I came out. from the pandemic, right? Grateful to be alive, but like shit.
It's a great point, actually.
I think that's taken the effect on everybody, right? So then now we're living in this like world of like crazy, even crazier than what it could have been if it never happened.
Yeah, I think it's well said.
That's my theory.
Well, it's real. Like, I mean, if 70% of your population is told to stay home and don't work, that's big.
It is.
If you like the pod, well, don't just sit there. Go to YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and all the other ones and like the pod. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep being angry at mortgages and swearing about mortgages. Angry Mortgage could use your support.